If you spend a lot of time sitting each day at your 9 to 5, playing Call of Duty, or just driving around, this could be one of the most impactful videos you watch in 2026. Because most of us know deep down that being stationary and not using our bodies the way they were designed to be used is slowly destroying our functionality and posture. And I genuinely believe one of the biggest reasons people never do anything about this is because learning a mobility routine feels like you need a physio degree just to know where to get started. Like you might realize your lower back is cramped all day, you can't train without some kind of pain, or maybe your hips are just constantly tight. So you do what any logical person would do, go online and try find a routine. But you get hit with so much information that it just overcomplicated the process by tenfold. Just these hour-long gymnastic-style mobility routines with 30 different drills, foam rolling and odd floor stretches. And honestly, it just makes the process of being more flexible and more mobile even harder. At least that's how it felt for me when I started focusing more on mobility instead of just training hard every day. Now, I'll be real with you. I don't have a degree in mobility. I don't have a degree in stretching. I don't know how to tell you to stretch every single tissue, muscle, and fiber and sockets that there is on your body, but that's not what this video is about. But what I do know I'm good at, and what I'm building this channel around, is taking areas of hybrid training that people hype up as way more complicated than they actually are, and laying them out into simple principles you can actually stick with. Because the reality is, you can have the most perfect routine in the world, whether that's mobility, running, or building muscle, but if it's too complicated to stick to in the first place, it's useless. So the goal of this video is simple. I just want to give you my hybrid mobility routine, just 4 exercises. I'm going to break down why each and every single one of these ones matters specifically for guys who sit all day and then suffer from it in training. Show you exactly how to use these exercises and give you a routine so simple you can start using it today. No hour-long stretching sessions, no gymnastics degree, just a simple 4 exercise routine that will take you upwards of 10 minutes that you can implement. So at the end of the day, when you go do your trainings and you tackle them with full force, your mobility or your flexibility isn't going to be a ceiling that you hit constantly. Movement number 1 is dead hangs. I'm a big fan of these, and the reason is simple. Think about what your body does for 8 hours at a desk. Your shoulders are rolled forward, your spine is compressed, and your upper back is locked up in the same position day after day. Over time, your body adapts to that shape and starts to think that's normal. What the dead hang does is it takes everything in the opposite direction. The moment you grab that bar and you let your body hang, your spine decompresses, your shoulders open up, and everything that's been compressed and shortened from sitting all day just starts to release. You'll almost feel it immediately. And for hybrid athletes or people who are wanting to get into that area of training, this matters more than you can actually imagine. Tight compressed shoulders affect your pressing in the gym, your running posture, and your movements on the mats. And fixing this one thing carries over into everything. Now, if you're brand new to these, don't overthink it. You don't need to hang for 30 seconds on day one. If 10 seconds is all you've got, that's perfectly fine. If your full body weight feels like too much, keep your feet lightly on a bench or step underneath you and gradually work your way up. Movement 2 is shoulder windmills with a resistance band. This one looks simple, but don't let that fool you. After years of sitting at a desk, your shoulders lose the ability to move through their full range of motion. Most guys don't even realize how restricted they are until they try this for the first time. What the shoulder windmill does is take your shoulder joint through a full circular range of motion, something most of us never do in daily life or even in the gym. Pressing, rolling, pulling, they all move in straight lines. This moves in circles. And that difference matters because the shoulder is a ball and a socket joint. It was designed to rotate. Sitting all day and only training straight line patterns slowly takes that rotation away from you. For hybrid athletes, this is massive. Restricted shoulders affect your bench press, your running arm drive, your posture on long runs, and your ability to throw and move freely in combat sports or whatever other sport you do. And this one exercise fixes it all. To do it, just grab a light resistance band with a wide grip, start with the band in front of you, slowly bringing it overhead, then behind you, then back to the front in one smooth circular motion. Keep it slow and controlled. This isn't about speed, it's just about range. If it feels tight or restricted going behind you, wind your grip until it opens more freely. Now, if you're doing this for the first time and you feel very restricted and it's just not comfortable, then just understand that that is completely normal. And the only way to get out of that phase is just by continuously keep trying and keep bettering your mobility in your shoulders. Movement 3 is deep squat to toe touches. Think about what 8 hours at a desk does to your hips and hamstrings. They're in a shortened, compressed position all day. And over time, that tightness builds and builds until your body starts moving like it's forgotten what full range of motion feels like. This movement is dynamic, meaning we're not just holding a static stretch and waiting. We're actively going through the tightness and undoing what hours of sitting have built up. And for hybrid athletes, this is a non-negotiable. If you can't squat low enough in the gym, or every time you run you feel like your hamstring is about to tear off, it comes down to one thing. You're tight and your muscles have lost their range. This fixes that and reduces your injury risk at the same time. So here's how you do it. Start in a deep squat with a wide stance. If you can't balance, hold onto a bar or a pillar for stability. You'll feel a deep stretch through your hips, and the wider your stance, stance, the deeper that stretch goes. Hold that for 15 seconds, then stand tall, straighten your legs, and reach down to touch your toes. Now all the stretch transfers from your hips onto your hamstrings. Hold that for another 15 seconds, and then drop back into the squat and repeat. It's more simple than it sounds, just 2 positions, 15 seconds each, flowing back and forth. Movement 4 is a fascial side stretch. This one catches people off guard every time, because when guys feel tight all over, stiff through the sides, restricted through the torso, that feeling that your whole body is just locked up, they have no idea what's actually causing it or how to fix it. Here's what most people don't understand. Fascia isn't like your bicep or your chest. It's a continuous 3-dimensional web of connective tissue that wraps around and connects every single muscle, bone, and nerve and organ in your body. And when you sit in the same position for 8 hours a day, that entire web gets compressed and shortened on one side, which is why you can stretch your lats, your obliques, and still feel tight. Because it's not just one muscle, it's a whole system that needs to be opened up. For anyone wanting to get into hybrid training, this matters massively. Restricted fascia through your sides kills your running stride, limits your rotation in combat sports or whatever sport you do, and reduces how much you can get out of every pressing and pulling movement in the gym. Now here's how you do it. Find a pillar or a pole. Place your feet right at the base of it, side on. Reach both hands up above your head and grab the pillar as high as you can. Then let your body bend away from the pillar, creating a long arc through your entire side, from your hips all the way up through your obliques and your lats. If you've never stretched your fascia before, the first time you do this is going to feel intense, but that's normal. Just ease into it and let gravity do the work rather than forcing it. Honestly, those 4 movements alone are enough to make a huge difference, and the entire thing only takes upwards of 10 minutes. And here's how you run it. For every single one of these exercises, you're going to be doing 3 sets, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. You're not rushing between exercises. You're finishing all 3 sets of one movement before moving to the next. And that's what actually works. You're going through each area enough time to properly open up rather than just taping it once and moving on. For most guys, twice a week is plenty. After training, on a rest day, or first thing in the morning. Just pick whichever one fits your schedule the best and stick to it. If you're serious about staying injury free and moving freely while hybrid training, 4 times a week is where you'll really feel the difference. Now the whole point of this video isn't to give you the most advanced mobility protocol out there. It's just to show you that opening your body up and moving without restriction doesn't have to take over your life or feel like a second workout. If you're sitting all day then try to train hybrid after work, your body is working against you before you even start. These 4 movements fix that. 10 minutes, twice a week, and you'll start to notice the difference in how freely you move in the gym, on your runs, and on the mats. You don't need a complex routine. You just need something that's nice and simple and that you can implement today. So now that you've got the mobility routine, where do you go from here? Well, to take a deeper step into hybrid training, you've got the mobility routine, and now you just need to figure out how to actually implement it into your schedule. So I made this video. I'd highly recommend you go watch it out if that's something you are wanting to do. And with that being said, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.